Before we start, this is my audience. Say hi. Hi everyone, Mince Reese, and today I'm going to be talking about deliberative and persuasive speech on the plant-based diet. So I am plant-based. I have been so for 6 years. I started off as just eating chicken and then cutting out meat completely, and I've been meatless for 6 years, and I'm also gluten-free now, but we'll talk about that later. And it has benefited me in so many ways. Going plant-based can help you clear conscience about hurting animals and killing them just to be your food. And my second reason is that it is really big help for the environment. And third, that it's really, really, really good for your health. And yes, it is true that some people should be eating meat for their health and it is beneficial to them. And I'm not here to push you about anything. I'm not here to tell you that you can't have meat, that you shouldn't have meat. I'm just here to give you a little light on the situation and make you understand what it's like for the animals and what it's like to be vegan. And every second you live, over 2,000 land animals are slaughtered for meat worldwide. 2,000. All right, people should transfer to a plant-based diet because their lives are saved from slaughter. It is good for your health, and it helps save the environment, and that's all we want to do, right? We want to keep living in this beautiful planet, so maybe it's a little helpful to do so. And I would like to state from the scholarly source on Science Direct that the suffering and death that is inflicted on animals to produce food is never eaten remains invisible. This study aims to bridge the gap between the loss and the waste, that it achieves this by estimating the number of animals' lives that are embodied in meat loss and waste of 6 major producing companies in the species along the food supply chain. And it supports this by showing approximately 18 billion animals a year were embodied in losses in global meat production in 2019. So I'm not just going to talk about the fact that there are many animals that are killed a year. Obviously there's tons, because there's roughly like billions of people, so of course there's going to be more animals that are killed, especially chickens, because chickens are smaller and cows are bigger, so cows are going to last longer. But I would like to talk about the food waste. So everyone knows that you throw away meat after every meal, right? There's always one last chicken nugget. Either you eat it, or you put it in the fridge, you save it, or you throw it away because it got old. And that's food waste. And one chicken nugget with each person in each household equals like thousands of chickens that are wasted just for one chicken nugget. And yes, it is intense to think about that like that, and it does start to spiral your brain a little bit, but food waste is a big problem. And when it comes to meat, and also produce, honestly, like when you're wasting food, you're wasting lives. And I'm not trying to pressure, I'm really not, but from ASPCA, and the animal agriculture contributes to approximately 14.5 of all induced greenhouse gases emissions globally. And that's the environmental part of this. And the livestock farming is a major source of methane, a potent greenhouse gas, which is globally potentially 23 times greater than carbon dioxide. So it is so unhealthy for the environment to keep just producing these companies who are just pumping through all this meat, and they're just putting all this food waste and all this animal waste into our environment. So it's not as small as just eating your meat yourself. It goes bigger and bigger in the bigger picture. And all we want to do is we want to save our environment. And I would like to talk about the health that it helps you, that going plant-based has helped you. So I originally went plant-based, obviously for animal reasons, because I love animals. I'm a big animal person. I have 5 rabbits, 2 dogs, and 2 cats, okay? Like, I know I have animals. But I would like to talk about the fact that it helps your health. So I was recently, around 6 years ago, diagnosed with severe IBS, and that is very big to my life because it is a daily struggle that I deal with. And cutting out meat has helped me so much that I don't get the ulcerative colitis anymore. I don't get diverticulitis anymore. And diverticulitis is those little pockets that are in your intestines that aren't normally there, but you get them because of the hard digestion that you have to go through when you eat meat. And from the heart.org, I'm going to something from a scholarly source right now. The American Association notes that plant-forward diets are associated with decreased risk of heart disease, strokes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. So when your grandpa or your uncle or your aunt or anybody or your dad has a stroke, usually there's something wrong with their diet. Diets are always have something to do with what's going on in here. So since I've been plant-based, my mother's plant-based, my sister's plant-based, I have like almost a full plant-based family because of what I have taught them about this. It is so healthy for you. And it is, yes, it can be a little bit much on your anemia, but there's nothing that a little bit of iron intake from vegetables can do and supplements. It does not come from meat. We have so much protein. You can get protein so much from plants, and it is so much better than everyone thinks it is. And right now I'm going to insert a clip.
Plant-based diets are many, and as you have probably seen in the news lately, they're catching on. And the reason they're catching on is because they're very successful. Doctors do a very good job at controlling most diseases, but it's truly lifestyle that can cure many diseases. And the major component of lifestyle is diet. Eating a plant-based diet has been shown to decrease the incidence of stroke, heart attack, colon cancer, and many other cancers. And as we continue to collect data and research, we're finding out that red meats in general have been associated with colon cancer, stroke, and heart attack, and dairy has often been associated with breast cancer and ovarian cancer.
That is it. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I wasn't too harsh about this, but all I want is for people to maybe bring it to light, understand what it's like, and maybe have a little compassion for animals. And all right, thank you. Bye.